So I have been talking to a lot of law students for last 10 years. I've been guiding a lot of law students. Law is one of the passions, and I have guided almost thousands of students. I work as Director of Admissions at RV University. My name is Ashish Gupta. So for next 45 minutes, I'll be talking to you, and this is going to be an interactive sessions wherein my goal would be to talk to as many of you as possible, understand your aspirations, understand your understandings, and help you guide for next 4 years to legal success. How you can succeed in university, how we can set the right foundation is what we are going to do in this session. So when I talk about foundation, I always remember that when we build a home, it is the foundation that matters. You must have heard about it, that if you build a strong foundation, the house is going to stay for a very long time. What happens to the houses that have weak foundation? Yes. You must have seen a lot of incidents wherein the house is fallen, some water is there and suddenly the building collapses and a lot of things. So that is where strong foundation matters. Today's foundation will build your future. I always tell this that this is the most important time. Next 5 years are life changing or life screwing, depending on your choices, are for you. Understand that you have 3 phases of your life. One was the early phase wherein you have completed the school and you have come to college. Next phase is all about working and building the career. But this phase is the time that defines and decides your career path. And when I tell this, I always tell this that this is where your time management skills matter. All of you have got 5 years? Yeah? So those who are in different courses, if they are in criminology, you'll have 4 years and other courses. But all of you have 4 or 5 years depending on your course, right? So all of you have the same time. But after 5 years, what will happen is you'll see some are more successful than other and the cycle continues. It all depends on how well you utilize your time. Well, I wish that all of you are going to be super successful and you will get the advantage of RB brand as well. So now that we are talking about law, legal success and how you can be successful in next 4 or 5 years in your college. I want at least 5 or 10 of you to answer, to raise your hand when I ask this question because I want an interesting discussion on this. Who is your inspiration? Can some of you raise your hands if you have any inspiration? Why have you opted for law? Who is the lawyer who inspired you? Yeah, raise your hand. It's just a discussion. We are not going to judge each other. So don't keep the thoughts inside only. Yeah.
I'm daughter of lawyers. Both
Wonderful.
my mother and father are lawyers.
Wonderful.
So from a very young age, I'm used to litigations and I'm continuously getting exposure to law. So from a very young age, I got interested in law and I thought to make my passion as my profession.
Wonderful. So you're already coming from law family. You have already trained. Yeah, great. Congratulations. Have a seat. Yeah. Any inspiration? Okay, Jay Sai Deepak. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. Why? Speaking?
Yes, the
Very active?
conviction in which he uses his words, the confidence, and anything you ask, he's going to ask you to go back to your sources.
Correct.
So you cannot argue with him without being
Without
clear.
being correct or without being having knowledge. In confidence, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to have a lot of confidence on to do what he's doing. Great. Yeah. Oh, this country has so many successful lawyers, from your father of nation to first prime minister to your first law minister, union minister. So many are so successful. You don't have any inspirations? It's not possible. Huh? I thought you are choosing law because you would be inspired by somebody and you are expecting a great life or something like that. No? Okay. Okay. So, you know Mahatma Gandhi? Huh?
Yes.
Anyone who doesn't know? What is his background, career background?
He is a lawyer.
Huh?
He was a barrister.
He was a barrister. Okay, so what's the difference of barrister and lawyer?
He completed his law from other country.
Huh?
He completed his law from other country.
Correct. So if you do your law in UK, it is called barrister, whereas in India, it's lawyer. Okay, this one is the same thing. Okay. How about Jawaharlal Nehru?
He was also a lawyer.
Okay. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel? Huh? See, guys, learn history. The great leader and the most successful people are the ones who know their history. And those who come and study law, it is expected from you. Do you know which are the professions that are some of the most powerful professions? Which are the professions?
Lawyers, doctors.
Politics, media, Indian administrative services, lawyers. Yeah? Of course, doctors, and you can say a lot of other professions, but then the kind of power a lawyer or a IAS or a media person or a politician holds are something deep top. So the profession you have has a lot of power. Okay. I remember this incident from my college days. I come from the city called Bhopal, and we were roaming at night around 12:30. I had my friends from NLU Bhopal with me, and you have this general thing of police coming in, knocking on your car. What are you doing? It's late in night. And suddenly my friend, he took out his ID card that I am from NLU, and this police, without arguing, went back. I am not saying that you should do it, but I'm just giving you an example. Why do you think it would have happened? Huh? So we used to often say in our young life that everyone fears police, but only police fears a lawyer. Why? Why do you think that happens?
Power.
Why that power comes? Where that power comes from? Huh? Yes, there is a famous quotation that says, knowledge is power. When you know your rights, when you know the constitution, when you know the constitutional power, now you are not meant to misuse it, but you are meant to use it. When you know those powers, that makes you powerful. Okay. I expected you to know a lot of lawyers in the country, but since you don't know, this is first task for you. Go back, search on Google, find out about top 100 lawyers in the world, read about their story. You talk about Barack Obama, you talk about Michelle Obama, you talk about Nelson Mandela, some of the top persons. Now, these are not some of the top persons, of course, there are so many others. There are Sushma Swaraj in our country, Arun Jaitley. You see, some of the very, very high profile, highly achieved people have been from the law background. So when you're in law, don't be like this loose kind of personality. You have a lot of strong powers to gain. Huh? Learn about these profiles, learn about their history, career background, how they become what they have become, and do it. Okay. Now, second thing is, since you have opted for law, understand that you are living in a very dynamic times. Things have changed a lot. Okay. When we talk about careers in law, a lot has changed in last 10, 12, 15 years. Okay. Because of the digital revolution that we have seen. Right? Now, the careers are not the same that used to happen 15, 20, 25 years back. Like this one girl who said that her parents are lawyers, but they do litigation. Okay? That means they go to court and practice. But today, you have less of litigation and more of digital. Do you receive those calls? Sir, आपका पैकेट जो है वो customs में हमने पकड़ लिया है. Can you come and collect it? All those scam calls. Huh? India has become the scam capital of the world. Okay. It is because of the population. You have such a big population here. Right? So of course, not everyone is meant to do hard work and earn. People have got this faster way to earn money. And scams and spams are that. Now what is happening is, in that change, a lot has changed in terms of legal awareness also. Okay. today you have more cases in terms of digital piracy, digital issues, digital crimes, cyber crimes, what we say, and a lot more. Okay, cyber bullying, so many things. Now, since you already have a session on cyber, you understood what are do's and don'ts. But cyber is one of the big career options that is opening up for all of you. And I want each one of you to explore what are the career options in the digital field. Okay, now can I ask you that what are the career options you have thought when you decided that you will do law? What will you become? Some of you, somebody would have thought that this is what I am going to become when I complete my law degree. Corporate lawyer, okay.
Cyber agent or criminologist.
Criminologist or cyber security, yeah.
In-house counsel.
In-house counsel, great, okay.
Family.
Family lawyer, okay, yeah. Yeah, please go on, speak. The more you speak, the more we get to know about the class also, yeah. Yeah, go on. Huh? What is it? Yeah? Speak up. What is? Okay. How many of you don't know what to do? What will you do? Okay, I'll ask the back row. Okay, start from you. What are you planning to do? What is your career plan? Corporate law, yeah. Tax law. Corporate. Huh? That's perfectly fine. I don't know what's so funny in that, but then it's good. Yeah. Huh? Corporate lawyer. Crime analyst. Okay. Litigation. Criminal. Okay. So all of you already know what you are going to do. Okay. There are 2-3 more things that you can think upon, those you don't know. Environment is one big concern. Okay, we are going through the climate change. You are seeing so many environment problems are happening. Recently, also you saw Wayanad tragedy. That is also because of the environment concerns. That there were some recommendations which were not implemented and a lot of other things, because of which it is said that it has happened. Environment is also one big area. You can always go on and research upon it, and you will find out that there are a lot of career options into environment. And this is the next big thing. Because the more problems we will have more legal troubles, and we'll need more people to solve it. Okay? And you have opportunity to work worldwide. Second is, of course, he said that divorce and family. Right now, I don't know what was the reason to laugh on that, but then I understand that's a different choice, which maybe you did not expect. But family law and divorce lawyers are also one of the things that is high in demand. What happens when countries grow, people earn more money. When people earn more money, they have comfortable life. When they have comfortable life, they also want comfortable choices. Right? And that is where all these troubles come. So you have that. Okay. In digital also a lot of new fields are opening up, so that will happen. How many of you are aware about the new Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita?
Yes, the IPC was renamed.
What is that?
Indian Penal.
Yeah, what is Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita? What is that? What has happened?
So 3 branches have been renamed.
Guys, what are you doing? Scrolling the reels?
Evidence Act names were changed.
Ah.
And there were new acts as well.
Okay. I want somebody who know lot of details about it to raise their hand so that we can discuss and others may know. Anyone who know some details can discuss? Okay. Lawyers are the people who are the beginners. They take the initiative. Okay. So you need to take the initiative. Anyways, we have seen something historical happen recently that has changed the entire legal framework of the country. Earlier, we used to have something called Indian Penal Code or IPC, okay, which was made somewhere in 1800, 1893 somewhere, and we were still using it. Recently, the government has changed it to the newly called Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita, Indian Penal Code. Okay, that has changed a lot of framework. Now, when you go in detail, you'll understand in every law, every act, what has changed. But in a way, it is an Indianized version for the India by the Indians. Okay, and this took us almost 75 years to do it. Okay, so that is a big change that has happened. Now, coming to legal success. Okay, how do you succeed? How do you make the best out of your career in next 4 or 5 years that you have in class? There are two things. One is the curriculum. Second is the skills. Curriculum is the way that will show you what is to be achieved. The skill is the grooming technology wherein you stand. So when you know and you can speak is the perfect combination to get you what you desire. Okay. Now curriculum is something which is set. If you have opted for criminology, you know what you are going to study. Skills is something that you have to work on and each of you has to work. Now, what happens is that there is something called last minute preparation. And we all as a student are very smart in that. Whenever exams come, we are always prepared for the last one-nighter. Huh? Yes or no? Yeah? So you are always there, you know क्या जब भी एग्जाम होगा हमें करना क्या है, नंबर्स ही तो लाने हैं, उसके लिए एक दिन पहले पढ़ लेंगे and you will get. I want to tell you an important story here which you should remember. Okay? So what happened is in 1500s there was a king. He was called King Richard. What was the time era? 1500s, 15th century. What was the king name? King Richard. And he was somewhere in Europe. Now what has happened is, one day he got to know there is another army that is attacking. Okay. So suddenly somebody came and told that they are very near and we have to immediately rush and fight. So he ordered his army that immediately go. So what happened is, in that era you have to have horses, right? Vehicles were still not there, wheels were still not there. So no, wheels were there, but then you had horses, not the engines. Okay. So when horses are prepared for the war, there are two things that are critical. There is something called horseshoe. You know about it?
Yes.
And you need nails to fix the horseshoe. So the better the horseshoe are, the better performance the horses give in the battleground. Now what happened is that all the soldiers, everyone, they got prepared, and then last came the king. He asked for his special horse. So the horse came, but the blacksmith came running. That, sir, we are running short of the nails. So he said, now what to do? I can't stay. We have to fight this war. Otherwise we lose our kingdom. So he said, whatever you have, prepare. So this person has hardly 2 or 3 nails remaining. So what he did is that for king's horse, he fixed the shoe with few nails. Okay. The king went in the battlefield. Now when you are the king, you have to lead your army, right? What happened is he motivated his team, he led the army, but he ran in the front of his army in the battlefield. And while he was attacking the other army, the horse shoe dropped. The horse fell away. When the horse fell, the king also fell. And when king falls in the battleground, what happens next? The army run away and you lose the battle. And that's how King Richard lost his battle and his life. Why it happened? Last minute preparation. He thought everything will be good. Let's do it. We'll make it. Exam paper will not always come like you want. You have to be proactive. This will be very important lesson for you when you work in real life. Law is a very critical and very troublesome field. If you have one word in your draft that is wrong, the entire case can change. There's a very famous case of Pakistan. I am not remembering all the details right, but it was Pervez Musharraf. It was a scam, and the case they were caught because of the computer device and because of the font. So it was some font which was changed, and they tracked that this font now is not available in all system or this system and something like that, but it was just a small detail due to which the entire case was cracked. Okay. So the lesson for you is right now learn to be disciplined and learn to be proactive. The more proactive and disciplined you are, the more it is going to help you in the future. And I'm sure you would not want to become King Richard in your careers. Yeah? So for that, your discipline will be very important. One of the things that is time management. Okay? For lawyers, it is even very crucial because law is not about fixed hours. Law is all about the task and not the time. Sometimes it might take 15 hours, sometimes it might take 15 minutes. Sometimes a case is resolved as per the new Indian laws. The case is resolved in 15 days, sometimes it takes 15 years also. So you need patience and you need time management to understand how to make the best out of your day. Okay? And the better time you utilize, the better it is going to be for you in the future. Okay. Now, second we come, so you got this last minute preparation thing? I hope you all will be better prepared.
Yes.
Yeah? Great. Second thing is the skills. So what are the skills you need to succeed in your career, in your future? Drafting skills, great. That means written communication. Okay? Yeah. And interpretation. And speaking. And
The skill of reading between the lines.
very important. Critical thinking and reading between the lines. Yeah. And so we'll come to one by one and then we'll add some more. I hope some of you more speak. Number one is written communication. Writing is very important in your chosen profession and you cannot escape it. Okay? So be trained on that. Right now I understand that handwriting is not that much and most of us are either typing on our phones or typing on our laptop. So be it you write by hand or be it you type, both are equally important as long as you are able to think and write. Drafting is very important. Law is all about long drafting and it takes practice. So start your practice right now. You should have very, very good drafting skills. Number two is speaking. Okay. Now in court, if you go and say that, oh, I'm not very good in speaking, the judge will say, oh, no problem, you can sit. Is it? Huh? Can it happen? No. So you cannot escape that. Okay. Irrespective of the profession you have chosen, irrespective of the career you want to make, you cannot be an introvert. Okay. Even if you have an introvert personality, you have to change yourself slowly and gradually, and you have to learn the art of speaking in public. Okay. Public speaking is one of the crucial factor in the field of law. Okay. Especially if you decide to do practice. If you are in courts, if you are in corporate law, anything that you are doing, communication, speaking is very important. Next is interpersonal skill. Now, what is interpersonal skill? What are interpersonal skills? Okay. Talking, managing, understanding people and making the best out of situation. When I say that I am a lawyer, I am on the day-to-day basis dealing with clients. I can be in corporate dealing with corporate clients. I can be in court dealing with various clients depending on what I do. I am a criminal lawyer, I am in litigation, family or any other thing. But you are always dealing with people. And when you deal with people, you cannot have your way of thinking. No, I think this is right. That's why it should be right. Can it be that way? No. You have to have empathy and interpersonal skills to understand the situations well and in deep before making decisions. And I think you must have seen a lot of movies because real courts are not that exciting. Or is it? Have you seen the court proceedings also? Huh? Yeah. So thanks to COVID, now you have all, or not all I'll say, but a lot of court proceedings available online, including Supreme Court of India. They have a YouTube channel. Do you know about it? Yeah. So Supreme Court of India has a YouTube channel. You can always go and see the court proceedings and understand what is the difference between real life and real life. Okay. So, but of course, the movies, web series also give you a lot of glimpse into the field areas of law. And by the way, which is your favorite movie? Anything that is related with law? Huh?
Johnny LLB 2.
Johnny LLB 2. Okay. I've not watched that. Rustam. Okay. And oh my god, OMG, OMG 1, OMG 2. I think 2 is also there, na? Yeah. And
Criminal justice.
Criminal Justice. Yeah. Pink. Yeah. Suits. Yeah.
Legal Mamla Hai, that's a series.
Okay. That I think this is a recent TVF series. Mamla Legal hai. Correct. Mamla Legal hai. I think I've heard about it, but not watched it. So, though I tell everyone else, I tell everyone from different courses that don't watch web series, don't watch movies. But since you're in law, you have that liberty because you have a lot to learn. See, today in this generation, you all are addicted to your devices. Yes or no? Yeah? You watch reels, you watch web series, you watch Netflix, you watch YouTube. That's perfectly fine. No problem with that. What I can suggest you right now is that use the alternate. In India and in the world, you have a lot of content that is legal. Be it Suits. There was a character in Suits, and then we went on to create entire web series on him. I'm not remembering, but there's one more web series that is totally on this lawyer. So, no, that was different. Okay, anyways, I've associated two things. So what I'm saying is that you can utilize your time watching different web series, watching different movies. You remember, I think there was a South Indian movie also, Surya was the actor. Jai Ho, Jai Ho.
Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim, Jai Bhim, yeah. So that was also very critically acclaimed movie, and I think he was fighting for tribal rights. Yeah? So again, these are all the content, movies, that will give you a lot of understanding on what all challenges we have faced, as well as understanding the solutions, what happens, how much resilience, perseverance is developed to go and change the world. And this is exactly what we say. I think sir has shown you the last slide. The logo of RB is go change the world. Okay. So interpersonal skills and empathy. Public speaking is also very important skill. What else? Conflict resolution. Yes, conflict resolution is very important because you are all about law is what? Law is all about two parties fighting. Mostly, not every time, but mostly. So two parties are in front of each other, and one from your end, one from their end, they are trying to solve this problem. Conflict resolution. Okay, that is also one skill. Critical thinking is also a very important skill to understand how things are taking shape. Okay, there's also one thing called long-term thinking. In legal, it is very important because when you become part of any case, you don't know it is going to take 6 months or 6 years. So with patience, you have to have long-term thinking to understand this is my road, this is my route, this is where I need to go, and this is where how I can make things according to me. What else? Anything else?
Memory power.
Memory power. Okay. And yeah, of course, you have to read a lot. Reading habit. Huh? You can't say that no, I don't like reading. Can you say that? Huh? No. Law is all about you have opted, you have chosen it. So now you cannot escape. Reading is very important. You should be reading and you have to read, right? The more you know, the more powerful you are. Okay? Yeah. What else? What else do we need?
Networking.
Huh? Networking, correct, yeah. Paying attention to small details. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. I think this person in B shirt is already on his phone. Excuse me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. What is so important? What is so important in your phone? Huh? What is the name? Joseph. Okay, Joseph. I don't think you have something very important to see in the phone while I'm talking. Or is it? Please don't use these habits. Put your phone inside. Understand one thing, guys. This is the session when I'm using a lot of cases to you to make you understand. There are some habits which are basic. Okay. Tomorrow you will have faculty in your class. If you start using your phone, what does it reflect? Can you get something that is so important over your career? You never know, next 15 minutes can be life changing for you. But that will happen only when you have complete attention. You never know what the faculty teach that will go on to help you 15 years later or 10 years later. But that will happen only when you have attention. Okay. Now, here's one important thing I want to talk about is also short attention span. Okay. What has happened is social media has changed our behavior. Okay. You see, we are the outcome of our DNA. We are the outcome of our habits. And recent years, what has happened is that our habits have changed. Especially you have seen that from long-term watching, we have moved to short-term watching. Our attention span is very slow because we have this reel thing which is 30 second to 60 second. And if you don't like it, you can immediately scroll. Right? Also, what has happened is this reel has changed one more thing. The reel has changed the power of your focus. You know why? Because in one reel you are seeing somebody crying. The next reel is a comedy. The other reel is a tragedy. The other reel is a motivation. And the other reel is somebody doing something which is like not normal. Yeah? So in next 1 to 2 minutes, you have seen 5 emotions. Now imagine what will be happening in your mind. How will your brain cope up with this? This is exactly where you lose focus. Now the same pattern will happen. Okay, one more thing. Why reel is so addictive is because there's a chemical in our brain which is called serotonin. Now what serotonin does to us? It's a happy chemical. How do we get happy? If you go out and run for 5 kilometers and you get the sweat, serotonin, it releases serotonin. You'll be happy. You go walk, eat good meal, you'll be happy. And then you're also happy watching reels. Now what happened is that you have got the addiction of fast serotonin. It is giving you instant happiness. So what is happening, what is changing in our world is that we are getting the instant happiness. I want food, ordered online. I want to go somewhere, book a ride. I want to watch something, log into Amazon or Netflix or YouTube or Reels. So today everything is available instantly. But do you know what is not available instantly? Your dream job. And then what happens? Disappointing. What happened is that because everything is available instantly, you get in the habit of disappointing and like those crying babies who do not get a toy because you wanted that. What has happened is you got the habit of getting everything instantly. I wanted food, I got it. I wanted a ride, I got it. I wanted to watch something, I got it. I want to talk to someone, I got it. I want to do a video call, I got it. I want to chat with someone, I got it. But when I applied for an internship, I didn't get it. And then you become the crying baby. No, this is wrong. I should get it. I deserve it. Boss, if you have done it, you have the patience, you have developed the skills, you will get it. So, why I'm telling you all of this is that you should understand that real life is very different than real life. Okay? The people who you are seeing there also have a very different life. What you are seeing and judging may not be the reality. I was recently seeing this and I trust me, I didn't know about this and I was so shocked. Recently, one trend is going on in India, wherein the influencers go to Dubai, they rent a house, they rent a Ferrari. In 2 to 3 days, they record the content of 3 months, and then for next 3 months, they show that they are living that lifestyle. Okay. Now imagine you are or I am going through a reel and I see somebody, wow, living in Dubai, a mansion, a Ferrari. You have become so successful. How? Sir, I make reels. Okay, I'll also make reels. Why do study law? Right? That is how the world we are living in. Guys, understand there is nothing more important than a formal education degree. You know what is the thing that help you when you take risk in your life and don't succeed? Your formal education. Your formal education is the foundation. Do not compromise it for anything. Why I'm telling you all of this is because in next few months, few years, you will see lot of content. People are talking about risk taking. People are talking about entrepreneurship. We are also living in the fake world wherein somebody comes and say, "Oh, I was selling this course and I made 1 crore. You can also make it." And you will say, "Why am I struggling for 15,000 internship when I can make 1 crore?" Huh? Please understand, no success is real and not everyone is lucky. Focus on the long-term efforts. Your formal degree is the most important thing you have signed up for, and the better you do here will define your career. Today, everything that I do, everything in my formal life that I do, the credit goes to one single thing I have done rightly, my MBA degree. Had I not been done my MBA, I would have lot of things, but then not at this scale. What I've learned is all because of that, the skills that I've understood. Okay, so formal degree is very very important, and do not get distracted because of these digital contents or anything else. So now we have come to skills. The next three things that I want to talk about before closing this session are the life changing for me. Okay, so I come from a small town from not very great education and having my share of challenges to life, but I've understood with life that there are three things that really matters in life, and if you are able to work on these three and become better, success is for sure certain. Okay, you will get what you have dreamed for, what you have come here for. Number one is your presentation skills, especially in the field of law. When you work as a lawyer, you are all about representing yourself. Sometimes on behalf of someone, sometimes yourself. Okay. Recently, she told me about the example of J. Sai Deepak. How many of you have seen him? And how many times you have seen him without a suit? You have seen him? Yeah. Very less, I think. Huh?
I've met him live, so.
Yeah.
I've met him live, so.
You have met him live also, and so I think maybe in kurta or something, but most of the time he's in suit. Okay. So I can see his example. If you see his example, it is all about presentation skills. Okay. He knows that I come from law background. A blazer suits my personality. He's always in a blazer. Right? Presentation. Now, if I'm wearing a black blazer and I go and tell somebody that I'm a lawyer, it is easy to accept, right? Now, imagine I'm wearing a kurta pajama. I'm not judging. Okay, ethnic is as important as suit, but I'm just talking in terms of profession. That you're wearing a black coat or black suit that represent the lawyer background, and you go and tell someone that you're a lawyer. The acceptance is more because you're formal to the occasion, right? So presentation skills are very very important, both for girls and for boys, depending on what you are doing, how you are doing. Presentation skills make people believe in your profession. What you are doing is you are rightly doing. Make sure you are up to your presentation. The second thing is communication skills. Now, we have already talked about public speaking and communication is important, but I want to tell you something different. What happened is that there are two things you need to understand and learn well, especially for the field of law, for the students of law. In which language you read Constitution? Huh? And speak louder. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So today, irrespective of our mother tongues, we all respect that and we are all associated, attached with it. But the world runs with English. Understand that. Global English is a norm today. I want to speak to a Chinese, I want to speak to an American, I want to speak to a European, I want to speak to any other citizen of any other country. English is a common medium to speak, and I can connect with anyone and everyone. Similarly, in India, we are a dynamic country. Tomorrow you have a client who is from Kerala, and day after tomorrow you have a client who is from Kashmir. Both have different mother tongues, but what language you can connect with them? English. So you must have good speaking English skills. You must work on your English skills, English speaking, basic English. I always tell that English is one beautiful thing that gives you jobs. Okay? Because when you go to an interview, your communication is judged by how well you speak in English, right? Number two is there's something called MTI. Have you heard about this word, MTI? MTI is called Mother Tongue Influence. So what happens? How do I judge a person who is speaking English and I can tell them, are you from Kerala?
The accent, that Malayali accent.
Exactly, the Malayali accent. Similarly, when I am speaking, you can judge that I am from North India, right? So what happens is we have something called MTI. Okay. Now there is minor MTI and there is major MTI. Now what can happen is that I can remove the basics from a language. Like in my mother tongue, the word SH, Shah, is spoken as Sa. So for a lot of time in my life, I heard my name as Ashish. Right? Until I went out, got the formal education and understood that the actual pronunciation in a globalized English is Ashish Gupta. Right? Or Ashish. Right? So similarly, this is a minor MTI which you can remove and you all should work. Okay? You can understand that there are basics that I have to improvise in my English. And then there is something called major MTI. Major MTI is like you can tell that I am from North India. Now I cannot speak like somebody from America or somebody from Europe, and I would not want to, right? So that is something I may not be able to remove. But the minor MTI issues I can remove. So communication skills is very crucial for all the lawyers, and you must work on your communication. The third thing is a make or break. It gives you a great career, it breaks your dreams. Do you know, like lawyers' name I told you, Mahatma Gandhi or Nehru or Vallabhbhai Patel or Sushma Swaraj or Arun Jaitley and a lot of other people. So I'll give you maybe a different example. Do you know Amitabh Bachchan?
Yes.
What he is known for? Acting. Do you know Virat Kohli?
Yes.
What he is known for?
Cricket.
Cricket. Do you know Ratan Tata?
Yes.
What he is known for?
Business.
Business. Why do you know? All of them, what do they do?
Great
Huh?
national.
Pioneers in their field. They are the specialized people. Huh? Do you know that currently in Supreme Court, those who are the very successful Supreme Court lawyers, how much they charge for one hearing? Supreme Court, some of the top Supreme Court lawyers, how much they charge for one hearing?
5 lakhs.
5 lakhs. Okay. Anyone else who can guess? अरे कुछ भी बोल दो, कोई जज थोड़ी कर रहे हैं हम आपको कि आपको पता होना चाहिए. 25 lakh, 50 lakh. Okay. Generally, from 15 to 20 lakh up to 1 crore, depending on the criticality of the court, some of the top Supreme Court lawyers are charging. Why do you think somebody will give 15 lakh or 1 crore to them?
It's the worth of their
Huh?
skill and time.
Because of?
Worth and skill and time.
Because of one thing. They are the specialists. I know if I go to this doctor, my life is saved. Now imagine somebody says, I have some critical illness. I can go to any doctor, that's fine. Is it possible? Will you do that? Doctors, lawyers, these are life make or break. Right? Galat lawyer mil gaya, okay. Right? You are in jail 7 years. Right? 10 years. So you would not want to do that. They are the specialists. Similarly, if I say about Amitabh Bachchan for acting, if I say about Virat Kohli for cricket, if I say about Ratan Tata for entrepreneurship, I can say many other examples, but you understood the gist, that is specialization. We live in the world of specialized people. Specialized persons are the one who make good money, good name, and good success. Okay. I always give this very simple example of a general physician and a brain surgeon. So if you go to hospital and say that maybe I have my back pain or maybe I have the shoulder pain or something like that, they'll say that okay, you can go and meet the doctor. The fee is 300 rupees or 500 rupees. You go to the doctor, he'll ask what happened. You have a shoulder pain, he'll touch you, see if something is not critical and all that, write some medicine, you come out, take medicine, 2 days you are recovered. Done? 500,000 rupees expense. Now suddenly you say that okay, there is some problem in my brain. You go to hospital and say I have some problem in my brain. He'll say okay, give me 300 rupees, talk to the doctor. Is it? No? Then what will happen? He'll say what exactly is your problem. You come, this is the appointment. Come to the doctor after 2 weeks. The doctor will speak to you for 30 minutes. There will be a scanning. He'll say that maybe the nerve is here and there, but it is very minor. So you have to come for an operation. There will be a surgery. Please deposit 5 lakh or 10 lakh rupees. Then after 2 months you get the surgery date, and then you go. Then he said that there was a nerve which was not in right place, but now it is in right place, so your brain is fine. But in all of this process, how much you have spent? Huh?
10-15 lakhs.
10-15 lakhs?
1.5 crores.
What is bigger, your body or your brain? So general physician was seeing entire body, 300 rupees only. Brain surgeon is charging 15 lakh, seeing only a small brain. The magic is in the details. It is all about the specialization. And why I told you this is because in law you have so many great specialization which can build good careers. But you got the gist that it is all about your presentation, communication, specialization that can make or break your career. So I come from career guidance background. I talk to thousands of students every year. I deliver thousands of sessions. I would be very happy if I can take some questions. If you have any questions related to university, to your career, or anything in general, I would be happy to answer. If not, then we'll close this session. Any questions? Yes or no? Just raise your hand. Yes or no? No? I take it as a no. Thank you so much to listening to me. I'm sure you will take the points and use it for your success. I wish you all the very best in our university.